lifelong. I have learned to run no more, even if the voices win the war. For deep in darkness I have seen, even shadows can walk with me. Oh, trapped in the shadow of me. Oh, no escape, stay here with me. No heroes, no foes, only fear I see. But I walk the path and I'll lead you to me. And if you ask if I was ever free, I'll say the darkness stays a part of me. But I carry it without disguise. It makes me stronger, clears my mind. Oh, trapped in the shadow of me. Oh, no escape, stay here with me. No heroes, no foes, only fear I see. But I walk the path and I'll lead you to me. Trapped in the shadow of me. No escape, stay here with me. No heroes, no foes, only fear I see. But I walk the path and I'll lead you to me.
What? We're live again. Who knew that, eh? Okay, so thanks very much for joining on this very impromptu live stream. We're going to give you like what, 20 minutes,
half an hour max.
Heads up. So
15
very
minutes.
minimal to know. But that's okay. This one is somewhat impromptu because, of course, it was just more of a. Well, we're going to deep dive in, of course. When we start the episode, we're going to deep dive into the Dropship build, of course, which was the episode that came tomorrow. Oh, sorry, yesterday on our channel. And of course, we're going to do what? We're going to do some fix-ups on the Taranis remote because I think it got damaged. We're going to put some more switches in, and we are going to do some repairs on the micro talon, and ideally the RC Eagle, depending on whether we have enough time or glue, because I haven't checked that one.
Touche.
Maybe we'll just use epoxy because I never got that. Okay.
No, that's too much weight. Too much weight. Yeah. So either way, thanks so much, and happy. Thanks for meeting us.
Yes. Okay. So let's sign in. And 3, 2, 1, go! Racing.
Yeah. Yes, we are live on the internet, on the intranet,
The Ethernet.
the World Wide Web. Okay. So thanks so much for tuning in. We appreciate you all. I'm Harry. I'm wearing a hat and black
Attire.
Yeah, and you can tell this is
Richard.
And
Insert name here.
Insert name here, and he's wearing clearly different clothing.
Yeah.
So then
We
we
look
can easily tell the difference.
Yeah. It's completely easy and transparent.
Okay,
let's dive into the episode and show.
Isn't it this show?
Same thing.
Oh yeah, same thing.
It's an episode live stream.
Episode show live.
Yeah.
Live
show episode.
You get it, yeah.
Move the table over?
Which way? Oh, that way. Backwards a bit.
Yeah.
No, otherwise
Just clearing some room in the shop here, guys.
can't fit on my chair, mate. No, hang on, let's change this. And Happy's been doing some mowing. All right. Where's Richard? Richard, come back. Richard. Done some mowing. Hopefully it looks good. Do we need to do mowing? I don't think so. I think I looked at the lawn this morning and I thought, looks all right. Nice and low. It's kind of in winter here, so not too much grass growing. So we don't have to do as much.
But thanks everyone for joining again. Because why not say it a couple of times? You know, it's that important.
There you go. And yeah, so there's the guy there. There's the big dropship. This is just the head of him. But
or the front half, if you want to be, because he's not like a dinosaur.
No,
but he does have a somewhat dinosaur face, I think.
I think everybody could be a dinosaur. Maybe that's his other name. Yeah.
You're talking about that one with John C. Reilly and
what's that?
Step Brothers. He goes, I want to be the dad, and Step Brothers. He goes, I want to be a dinosaur. Right?
Who doesn't want to?
Who doesn't want to be a dinosaur? Actually, speaking of which, we were watching Jurassic World
Domination.
Domination the other day. It was cool.
Yeah, it was right. I didn't like the next one after that, but I did like that one and prior. Does that make sense? In the series.
Yeah, someone's going to know what we're talking about.
Happy says, you know how I tell the difference between you two? I just shout Harry and see which one of you looks. Now, that's an interesting theory there. People used to do that in real life?
It happens.
It does happen
a lot. Yeah.
But sometimes with random people, have you ever tried doing that? Just say a name.
Or if you can't remember the name, what do you say?
Yeah, what do you do?
But you're meant to know. Like, you know how, like, when you meet someone and they say their name, like say Harry, for example.
Oh yeah.
But you don't. But at that moment in time,
oh yeah,
when they said hi, I'm Harry, and they shook your hand, and for some reason you didn't quite catch it, like maybe there's a bit of noise or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it has happened a couple of times to us where you're like, you don't want to be rude because of course you've gone past that time window and you can only really have like another two options.
And there's months have gone past and you've worked with this person for a long time and you're, how you doing? There's that guy.
There they are. That's and they get, after a while they go, you don't know my name.
Yes, we do.
Hey Mike, how's it going?
Mike, What the Prop has joined the stream. Thanks, man. Thanks so much for tuning in on Impromptu live stream. Appreciate you. Hopefully you are having an exciting one wherever you are in the world. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, that has happened. And there's a time window, right? And then what you do is you try and ask like the other people. And then there's a time there where we worked with this person for a significant time factor.
Yeah.
And
we asked a few times.
We asked, but every time there's noise and I couldn't quite catch it. So you only got the second half, so you knew like their last name, but that's not, you can't call them the last name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, we have a mate that we do call him his last name. And then it's strange when you're interacting with the rest of the family.
Yeah.
That's a bit odd. So they had to go and change the way I call him. But
But hey. in your head you go last name first, and then first name is like an afterthought. Like, what was it again?
Yeah, good dude. He knows who he is. Yeah.
He's a great dude.
They're good family too.
Okay. So the dropship episode, yes? You want to dive into that?
Yeah, why not?
So if you guys got any questions about this guy, feel free to drop them in. We're just going to jump into the episode. Feel free.
Have a look-sees, as it were. Just add a couple of, I guess you'd say it's kind of like our version of what they used to do.
Director's cut narration.
Cut narration.
We watch lots of extras of films.
Yeah.
And this is what they do. It seemed like a good idea at the time.
Director's edition.
Director's cut.
I think I was just going to try and change it over. Way to do that.
That's not relevant. It's just
yeah. We'll do it.
No, not that one.
That's that one.
Yeah,
that's
cool.
the one we want. Yes. That's kind of the guy. We did have a comment this morning. What did they say? Which was looking at the top of. We'll get into it in a minute. But looking at the flaps, we did quite a vertical cut on the flaps.
So a straight cut.
A straight cut when we designed it.
We debated at the time. I remember.
We debated about the time. Should we curve it? Should we shape it around to make those flaps a bit more aerodynamic or sound, those sorts of things? But we just kind of went with that idea. No real reason why, right? It was just we like that look.
We just did it at the time. We're like, that'll be right. So we had a suggestion about maybe we should curve them out. What do you guys reckon?
Is it blasting through or we're good? No, we're good. Yeah.
So it was something that was suggested to us. So yeah, thanks for sending that in, for your comments, and thanks everybody for watching it. And if you haven't, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah.
And I think, is this part 4?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Of the official, because we've done live streams about
a couple of live streams. When we were doing the live streams, it was interesting from behind the scenes point of view. The dust from
from all the sanding.
From all the sanding, it was
starting to affect the live stream setup that we have.
Was actually affecting the actual performance of the stream because of that much smoke that was being emitted that it was choking up the fan. So there you go, little behind the scenes tip. So if you're wondering why suddenly the stream suddenly cut, that is the reason why. So there you go.
But you wouldn't have known until you'd done it.
No.
Just for like what we always do, you do it twice just to make sure.
Maybe it was some unknown phantom part of the stream. But anyway,
But yeah, lots of sanding.
Lots of sanding. The other interesting part was like the nacelles. Just jump to the end part, Richie. Was the nacelles themselves.
Nacelles?
The nacelles themselves. When we were putting the nacelles together, we're doing it in a slightly different way to what the final version will be. We've got quite a good idea of what we're going to do. And there's a big reason why those nacelles are actually empty inside. So we won't jump into it just yet, but all will be revealed when we get to that stage. But that emptiness...
But also it's a work in progress as well.
Oh yeah, so if you've got some ideas or inspirations of what we could add to this one, you know, I think another person said we could add lights to it or something, so you know, things like that.
Or nav lights.
Nav lights.
Well, that
so
could
we
be
can
kinda cool.
those sorts of things. So yeah, make sure you send them through. Yeah, you never know, it might make the final cut. So that's the one. So the part that Richard's actually installing there is the official bolts, but that is a mock-up version, so that won't be the actual official
Tilt mechanism.
Tilt mechanism. Those 3D prints would just snap quite easily for the amount of weight of this character. So yeah,
It was more for a presentation at the end of this video and to give us an idea of like what we're going to have to do.
what we're going to have to do for the next part. So yeah, those bolts will be included, but little things like the 3D print, it's that little 3D print melt won't be included.
And what did you think of the airbrushing that we did?
Yeah, hope you guys liked it.
Was there anything to add on that?
No, I didn't think so. I mean,
you guys have seen quite a lot of airbrushing though, haven't you?
yeah, it's apparently airbrushing central on this channel at the moment.
Same guy.
Yeah, same guy. We do quite like him.
Do we have another one? I know that we used to have a collection of these guys, but
we do have another one there. Just kind of like warm them out. But yeah.
And then of course we installed the motors and propellers. That was one of the things that we did.
Yeah, and then the overall, just have a quick little
And
jump.
the decals, and then of course the overall tire. It looks cool though. It's absolutely huge.
It is fairly large. A plane that doesn't need crash avoidance lights.
Other planes, yeah. It's quite possible.
Stay back.
Stay back.
Maybe
You certainly hear it, won't you?
maybe that you should have, you know how they have like object avoidance on some drones. Maybe it should be.
Oh, you mean like sensors?
Yeah, some sort of. Maybe we should add object avoidance for everything else.
Oh, I like it, like some kind of sonar that physically pushes them back.
Pushes everything else at.
Yeah.
And I have you see, he says, where does a mega dropship sit when it goes to watch a movie?
Anywhere at once.
What? Very true, brother.
Yeah, you called it, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right in the middle of the cinema. I am the cinema. So yeah, it's kind of quite cool, quite big. And we're looking forward to the next stage when we start jumping into the electronics and the internal structure stuff.
Yeah, it could be kind of cool. It's also you're going to kind of work around it because you don't want to wreck the outer shell too much. Right?
No, but now at least it looks the part. So it's kind of what
that was kind of the goal because it didn't. Yeah, I mean, as cool as it is to see all the 3D printing parts, at some point it doesn't want to look like Lego for too long, right?
I think there's anything wrong with Lego, but yeah, it's just.
It's not the look we're going for. Yeah. Short term maybe, but long term you want it as cinematic as possible.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll jump back to the normal screen and then maybe a little deep dive into the guy, and then we'll jump into what we have to repair.
Nice.
Yes.
Oh, actually, that reminds me. One of the suggestions that we had was this. Yeah.
So
This
you
is
want to jump back?
Well, hang on a second.
Yeah.
Was this particular aircraft? This is what there's sort of. I thought it was kind of cool. Someone, I think, I can't remember which platform, might have been Facebook, but
yeah, just can leave it there. So yeah, so it suggested maybe another project that we could start looking at.
Or at least this is what, when they saw this guy, the dropship, they thought of this.
Offenses.
Hey, dude.
Thanks so much for tuning in, brother. Appreciate it very much. So yeah, this is what somebody suggested. Maybe, well, we wouldn't do it exactly, this kind of thing, but
maybe in
maybe in the future
it could be cool.
Could be an idea. So we just bring the screen over so to include you guys.
What do you guys think of this kind of idea? It apparently uses a 18 horse motor.
for their design?
You wouldn't do it like that. You
No.
wouldn't, you know, you don't want to copy.
No,
But
we
the
don't.
idea is cool. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe something to work out in the future, but full size. So apparently it's 5 meters wide in wingspan, and it fits
One person.
one person. So I mean, that's awesome. I mean, we would literally be able to, you know, we'd have enough space to keep that.
Yeah.
So it's not like we're short on storage. So that'd be cool.
But yeah, the design version would be completely different, but maybe a project in the future. So yeah, keep those ideas coming through, people. And this particular one was made in, what was it, the original one?
1970 something.
1970 was a micro light, the Q1. So yeah,
Yeah, ultra efficient in its lifting capacity. Yeah. So,
oh, yeah, kind of an interesting design. I haven't seen one like that with the canards at the bottom.
and top. It's weird. Look at it.
It's just bizarre. Happy says he's seen one of them actually flying. Oh, okay, sweet.
What do you think?
What do you think? They look weird. But yeah, I quite
That,
like
that was, yeah, I think we got the message yesterday. I was like, oh, I got to share that. That was cool.
Yeah. So yeah, so we definitely check out what people suggest for sure. So there you
Nice.
go. That was the Q1. So this is I think another CG coin, the D1. So oh no, that was the other one. Sorry,
No, D1. Oh, yeah, D1.
Yeah, so the D1 is the drone
Drone
pack.
pack, yeah.
We won't go into what the D stands for, but we can suggest that maybe if you are following the channel, you do know what that has been coined. But this is not the D1, but this is definitely A1.
So we were talking about the,
Oh, maybe.
we're talking about the flaps, weren't we?
Oh yeah.
I'll spin it around so you guys can see. So this is what we were talking about in the comments. This part here is what we're talking about. So obviously, flap is quite large, but that's just
Just what
just
it
the
is.
way it came out when we were sculpting it in the CAD designing. And what they were talking about was this leading edge here, where you could round it down or like sort of overlap it slightly.
Cam it in, which was a good
I mean,
suggestion.
technically we could adjust it as is or we don't really want to reprint it. I just made it. but I guess you could.
or for like another project next time.
So something to think about in the future. But of course, these guys aren't really gonna. Only on the forward flight section would they have
Even-
any effect at all.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And of course, you all know, for the people that have been watching the channel, like Happy and Marcel, we know that these are resin prints. They've all been labelled. I just don't
I think
know.
it's the other side.
Hey.
It's the other side.
So yeah, so these ones will go in there somehow.
It's that side.
We made them go in there. Oh, maybe. Oh.
Okay.
So we did make them to fit when we
Made to order.
Made to orders.
So yeah, I think we got a little stand up a little spot there, but
Oh, it's only mine.
but yeah, they fit.
Somewhere. Where does that go? Yeah.
Yeah,
There.
Yeah.
Can you see that? Yeah. Let me get my hand out of the way so you can kind of see what's going to be going down. And we'll be doing, I think Mike suggested that we use some pretty fine grade sandpaper.
And I believe we got some clear. I think I remember getting
What's that?
some clear. Mike suggested getting some clear spray paint.
Yeah, so that's what we'll be doing. Mike says, sorry if you answered this before. How are you going to rotate the motors? Ah, great question. So, Richard?
Servos, really big ones.
Yeah, so servos is what we're, hang on, where's that camera? I'll sit down so you can see. Yeah, is what we're thinking, servos, and Happy, he put a message in, he's made it invisible. That's okay, man.
Invisible.
And
It's
what was that,
invisible.
Richard? What was that for?
That was the clear.
What's that for? Is
The
that what
resin.
Mike suggested?
Yeah, but
Okay.
clear coat on it.
Clear coat. Okay, so that was your idea there, Mike. So hopefully that works. I mean, if you've had good success out of it, then hopefully we do too.
Hey Mike, would you sand all the resin down first, get it as like glassy smooth as possible, and then hit the clear over the top, and then sand it down and polish it up? Is that what you do? And then wax over the top of it, like car body wax?
Yeah, let us know. Happy says, when I saw one fly over, I didn't know what it was. Had to look it up. I'll look it up later. It was aha moment. Oh, for the Q1, yeah, very interesting. So we don't have those kind of microlights at our aerodrome, but we do have bigger ones than that.
They're almost full scale, really.
They are kind of pretty much full scale. They're not really that small, are they?
I mean, when you get in them, you're like, oh, yeah, that's quite simple. Yeah, so it's kinda cool.
Yeah, well, I haven't seen one that small before. So there you go. Maybe something in the future. Who knows? But it would be an exciting project to work on something like that if you want to see that kind of direction. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess personally as well, because you need like, microlight license.
All the T's and C's and all that stuff. But yeah.
But I guess I know that a couple of people have done it on YouTube. Like I know Peter Stripple made a cardboard plane.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's not exactly flying very far, is he? He's just flying up, a couple of meters off the ground and hit the deck. I know there was a Japanese content creator, and he had he made some kind of like a jet plane type thing. Right?
Oh, yeah.
He used those big what are they called, jet cat motors, turbines.
Yeah. And going back to this one with Mike, we're thinking big as servos. Yeah.
It's a work in progress.
Yeah, we've got a couple of options. Mike says smooth enough. He's talking about these windows, the resin ones. He says smooth enough that if you paint it normally, you wouldn't see layer lines in it, but the paint will fill in some of those level and fill it all out. Nice, keep it all smooth. Fill out those rough edges. That's a good idea. So yeah, that's the plan. Yeah, okay. And we also there's other parts that we have included inside the 3D prints inside the arms. We've done loom wires already pre-done. We won't have to drill that, and we won't have to do that thing what we did with the eagle, where that wasn't included in that print, where we had to go back in and add the strut afterwards. So wham, wham, wham. So we won't be doing that.
None of that carry on.
None of that carry on this one. But yes. Anything else you want to ask? Any other questions? Let us know. Do we have a nacelle here?
I can get it.
Yeah. Hang on. Maybe just go and get the nacelle. Mike says paint both sides. Okay, so yeah, cool. Yeah, we can do that for sure. That's a good idea. Kind of like keep it away from oxygen. And does resin does it react with oxygen? Oh, it's just UV kind of thing. I was just thinking of like metals, for instance, like aluminium, forms like aluminium oxide and all those sorts of things. Maybe resin does the same, or does it only react with UV light? Yeah. So I'm quite happy with how it turned out. I hope you guys like the look. Kind of what the movie was about. If you haven't seen that movie, I guess you'd say that is the movie of this live stream. Of course, Edge of Tomorrow. Tom Cruise, Emily Blunt was a pretty cool one. And the original Japanese, original story, I think actually...
We actually saw it once.
Yeah.
We read the book. It's like a comic.
Is it like a graphic novel?
Is it called like What the Kill?
Yeah.
It translates to What the Kill.
Or Live in...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's called like Live.
Repeat and Kill. Yes. I can't remember officially, but anyway, in that one, they actually both died. He actually
has to kill her because she's the other alpha.
She's the other alpha. If you haven't seen the movie, that probably doesn't make any sense, but yeah. So Richard's got the nacelle here in his hand. So yeah, it's a little different, but they thought it might have been a bit too brutal for the movie, so they changed it, which I think was a good ending. So. For a movie version, for sure.
Yeah, so you guys are fully aware of the ESCs that we're using. These are the 80 amp flames.
Flames, 12F system, so the same kind of power levels that the big 3D printed drone runs on.
And then, of course, they've got this...
but different motors, so yeah, slightly different motor design.
And the interesting thing is that the thread lock, the quick release, which I think we described in the episode, and of course that was the mounted or replica of what it may be in the future. Fair enough.
Happy says, who needs the movie when we have the H&R live stream? Yeah, for sure. No, that's very kind of you.
Yeah.
But anyway, so what we'll be doing is, that's what's coming up, is we'll be adding looms into it, adding structure into it, and then we're getting into that side of things there, Mike, with the tilt action action.
Yeah.
So we do have a couple of options. We're not 100% finalized on the final version.
There's a couple of different ways you
can source some extra servo parts that we have to source. Of course, we haven't done that side of things, but it's only minor, and New Zealand is pretty good with post. It'll take, mate.
It might take a while, but we'll get there.
I was going to give them this. I would give them the I'll give them some credit, but anyway, they do get there. It just takes a bit longer. But anyway, but that's where it's at. Quite happy with the look. Transport will be an issue. I haven't quite worked out all. Yeah, so 2 meters by 2 meters is actually quite large to fit on the trailer. But maybe we do know a good friend of ours. Maybe if we're nice, we might be able to borrow his one to transport it to places like there, like an aerodrome or a flying area. But yes, yeah, should be exciting to see this one in the air for sure. And yeah, so what we'll be doing now, we will be jumping into looking at this guy. So this is a transmitter. This is the old Taranis X9D.
Yep.
This one. This is one that we fly that guy on, which is that. Hang on, where's my remote? The other way. That guy there, which is a city lifter. That guy, which is the KD7. Where's my arrow? No, not that one. That's the other one. That one. That one there. You got it. The big guy. And what happened was, I was sitting there one day and we were moving around things, and it fell onto the ground and it broke 2 switches, which is pretty brutal. So we ordered 2 switches. They arrived eventually, and the idea of this live stream is to put them in. And what else have we got planned? We're also planning on maybe doing some more of the fixing the eagle up and the talon up. Is that kind of what you're thinking, Richard?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
like
yeah.
kind of like a catch-up thing.
A little catch-up one, but it won't be like too hard out onto the 3D printed plane. Well, I mean, I guess we'll find out if you want to see more of that. But anyway, we'll jump into it. Maybe put that one out of the side.
Well, let's just get it out of the way. It takes so much space.
This takes up the whole workshop, man. Maybe that's okay like that.
We're good?
Yeah, I think so. That's okay. And we'll bring that camera in a bit closer this time, perhaps.
Closer.
Yeah. The other option is what we could do is we could actually bring it onto the table if it's really close.
Okay, take it off this.
What do you
Yes,
think?
you could. You can try.
I don't know.
Is it okay where it is?
Well, what we could do is we could just shimmy this way. And just use this.
I can put it on the desk.
Oh, that's okay. What we do is we'll shimmy the whole table this way, and then we don't have to take it off that, and then it doesn't do anything that we shouldn't do. We'll just shimmy the whole table this way.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, game over. You all good?
Mm-hmm.
And we'll just split that screen up. Big fan of split screen.
Alright, that's good.
Oh, wrong way. Can't see anything.
Oh, that's right, you can see it. Easy to move the workbench to the camera, yeah, exactly. Just move the whole bench out of the way.
So much easier.
Don't want to move that camera. Just move the entire camera and the entire workbench.
Exactly. What they say, move the world, don't move your seat. It's so much harder.
It sounds like a Chuck Norris joke, like he moves the world with it.
Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris orbits. Yeah, I think they seem to like the Chuck Norris jokes, like
he was a cool dude, Chuck Norris. I like that guy. He was cool. Very cool movies. So for the people out there, doesn't know what this particular remote is, it's kind of like the would you say it's like the main one of all drones?
For drone stuff, it is.
Yeah,
it's kind of like the one that started it off.
It's kind of like the main one for the drone world. This was I mean, we've had many remotes before this one, but this was kind of like the one that changed everything. So
the first talking one, or mainstream talking one.
Mainstream talking one. So yeah, what we're going to be doing is we'll rip this guy apart. We'll take the crossfire module off the back, and that's that big block at the back there. And that's the one that links to this guy. I'll bring them up. And so you can kind of see which one we're talking about. That's the one that links with this guy. So kind of an important one in our system. We like to have all our drones and rigs all operational here, right? Let's go. I think so. Yeah. So maybe what we'll do is we'll start stripping them apart. If you can see us, hopefully. Unless we need to go close with the camera. Happy says, when I take a drive, I just push on the gas pedal and let the world rotate under me as the scenery goes by. You know it. You
Cool.
know it.
You know it.
You know it. I affect the world. But yes, we appreciate you all tuning into these live streams. It makes it special. So yeah, we like making stuff. So sharing it with you guys is always good. You all right, Richard? Yeah. Let's be doing something. Okay, so what I need to open this guy, I think, as I remembered it from years ago, we just need to drop the module, take the battery out, take the back screws out if you haven't done this before. Yeah, there's some screws in the back there, I think is what it was, and we'll just flick them out and replace them. This is the plan. And then maybe we can make a case for it. Who knows? Hey, what are we doing? What do we need? Screwdriver. Small screwdriver. Wrong one. That one.
He said, without me, the world can't rotate. What a joke. Why does it have to be a joke? It could just be legitimately the truth.
Just where it's at.
Hey, I'm just being, if anything, I'm being modest. You know? If anything, I'm talking it down. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Okay, so it's been a while since I've taken these guys apart, but I'm pretty sure you're going to take the module off the back. Yep, so it's disconnect the antenna. Like your transmitter stand, very cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It helps when you got like if you want to put like a battery pack or something on the back of it,
Or another module. Another external one.
Yeah, or external module or something like that. Yeah, we probably have to remove the battery so we don't hit any buttons that we don't want. Because we don't want to turn it on. Oh. Okay, battery out. So, you guys are more than familiar with these guys, but there is an SD card in there. It's a dial pop. Oh, there we go. We don't need to worry about that because there's nothing wrong with it. So these are the guys that we need to replace, is it?
Yes, one.
Those two there.
Those two bad boys.
So do you know which ones are the switches?
Hey.
You know which order they go?
Yeah, I think.
So that one looks like, to me, the...
Momentary switch down the bottom.
Yeah, it looks like the long one. See, I mean, you know, you just can't, you know... I mean, it just came out of my hand. It's not usable.
No,
You know?
not so much.
I like my Team Black Sheep module. I use them for some long range flying and no issues. Awesome, dude. That is great.
Yeah, I guess all our stuff is TBS, isn't it? Oh, except for the easy version, which is even longer. But
4 bolts, is it?
That's what. So I think, yeah. So these are the switches we'll be using. But yeah, we always use, this one's crossfire, but usually we have tracer, don't we? We usually use TBS tracer.
Yeah, this is old school tracer.
Crossfire. So that's what we're replacing. Hang on, bring the camera over. Is it focused on you or focused on my hand?
Me. I'll cover my face up so you can focus.
Is it focused on the remote now?
Yeah.
So you can kind of see there's one. I think this is a momentary one.
Yeah. Off axis says that radio is so retro. I think is what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Old is good.
Old is the new.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I mean, if it ain't broke, in this case it is.
but you know,
normally, if it ain't broke,
keep going.
Don't fix it. Why change something if you're onto a good thing?
Yeah.
Just because you can get a new car doesn't mean you should. You know.
But anyway,
unless of course you do need to get a new car because the old one broke. Then in this case, hopefully we can repair it.
So going by that side of things, you can see here in the guy that this particular one mainly links to. There's links to some other aircraft as well, but you can see the module. See the radio over here? Oh, hang on, there. You see that receiver? Look how big that is. It's sexy right there. Bigger. Where's that remote? There.
Heavy users.
Look at there. There, you can see it there. That's how sexy that is. It's giant.
Heavy says he's got one with 900 megahertz. When I go into the whoops, yep, and then make them with Express LRS, yep. So I got into the proxy flying. Awesome.
Sweet.
Vintage. Yeah, that's right. Vintage. It's a vintage classic. Don't be a hater, all right? I mean, you always.
Marcel says new gimbals are worth every penny.
Well, your what do you call it? Your super thanks will go into getting us a new transmitter from last stream. So thanks, man. Yeah, so going to the funds for something like that, or possibly a new camera to record with.
Oh yeah,
but we'll let everybody know when we get enough to
do all that stuff.
But upgrading is always cool too.
And off axis says holy RX. What the heck? Yeah. Do we have small receivers? Hang on, this is the small one. But sometimes it's just one of those things, old school.
I still like my Futaba, the old crystal one, yeah.
Yeah. So there's a normal receiver on the back there, or the white. That's just a normal tracer receiver. You can't really see that one, but you can definitely see the classic ones there.
Smirk Station sounds cool name. Yeah. He says, I feel you guys are on an infinite budget. Yeah. You know, if we're thinking about making like an ultralight aircraft, then you know you gotta have a budget and a drone pack. You know, you gotta cut the budget somewhere.
You gotta live out in your imagination. Is what it's at.
Push the limit.
Yeah.
I guess we're pushing the limits of what we can do.
Yeah.
Good question. What kind of transmitters are you looking at? I really like the one that they use for jets because of I think they got like 24 radio channels. I think it's is it a Frisco that put it out? I'm not sure. I really like the look of it, aesthetically.
Yeah. Olfax is not a fan of the old Tracer. What? Where's all the hate go from, people? But that's okay, my man. But we like it, you know. It's just one of those things.
Right? Don't be a hater, right? be a I don't know. Don't be a hater. Be a
Yeah. What they say? Don't be a. What's that one? What's that song from Tiny Temper? Be a lover, not a fighter.
Yeah.
They can 3D print a credit card whenever they want. That's a nice thought. Sadly, when I was little, I thought, oh, it wouldn't be cool if money grew on trees and didn't have to worry about such things. It's annoying like that. But anyway, Lewis, thanks for joining the stream there. Lewis, how you been, man?
Yeah, hey, dude.
Howdy, boys. How's it going? Windy here at Kaikoui. Ah, yes. So we aren't at the Kaikoui aerodrome, as you can see, but we're thinking of it. We're living vicariously. Yeah, hopefully it's good. Hopefully the boys are all having a good time. Yes. So we do fly with Lewis. He's a good dude, and
Yeah.
he's brought his helis along, wasn't it? Oh, well, we might have missed that time, but there was talk. There was talk some helis were coming in, so we were going to have a look at them.
Talk on the street.
Talk of the aerodrome, for sure. Very cool. So Richard looks like he's popped the Taranis apart in the right way. Is that correct? Or in the wrong way?
No, that's fine.
You reckon?
Yeah. Can you take that that side off?
Which one?
That one there. You take plug that and unplug that. We'll do those at the same time. And we'll just fold it in half.
So unplug this one.
Yeah, and that one.
Pop it this way.
Yeah. Yeah.
I haven't done it for quite a few years. It's been a while.
Well, I mean, you know, why do it if you don't need to?
Oh. Yeah, you can fold it back. Yeah. So.
Okay.
Do we have that rubber thing to pop it on? On the switch gimbals.
But yes, thanks everyone for joining on this impromptu stream on a Sunday. I was going to say morning for us, but it's actually an afternoon now.
It is.
Ish.
It's one.
Arguably.
Okay.
So that's all good. We don't need to play that one. Okay, so here's the culprits. We've got this one over here.
Do I need to bring the camera in a bit? Let's have a look. Maybe I can.
I mean, he's really trash, that guy.
Let's bring him in, Richard. Okay.
So we've got this guy here. Hopefully you can see it. We just take it off the stand. But there's this guy needs to be repaired.
Okay, put this back down. Let me stand. Oh, you can kind of see.
Yeah.
I don't want to knock it. Abort on my idea. That's a terrible idea.
Just leave it.
Just do it. Don't touch.
Check it's on right.
See?
Don't want that coming off. Yeah, it's all good, man. Oh, okay. South Island's up.
What?
Well, you're always welcome to fly back. But thanks for joining on the way. Happy says, what are you guys doing to the transmitter again? Looking for extra screws for a drone build. There must be extra hardware in there. That's not needed. Yes, everything's needed, but what we're doing is we're repairing this particular switch and that one there because it got damaged.
So when it fell over on the ground, bang! Snap two.
You just be real gentle.
Let me hold it up.
Oh, yeah.
So that's supposed to be attached to something.
Well, hang on. There we go. That's not meant to be like that. Okay. They're not good, man.
And maybe we'll start.
Get an extension cord. Yes. Yep. A bungee cord, you mean?
A retractable extension, so just pop some power over there and then come back.
Yeah.
Then when the power's not needed, that would take a long time. But yes.
I think it's that way. Then up. Right.
What's that?
Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out the way the switch works. Do that.
Hold up to the camera on the left.
Would it be that way?
Oops. Oopsies. Yes. It was really annoying. But anyway, these things happen.
I didn't do it. It wasn't me. Which way would it be? That way? I feel it'd be up.
I could go and grab another trainer. Let's find out.
Do we have another one?
Possibly here. Not sure.
Interesting. Yeah. But that's the plan, Sam. So we have to make that a reality. Yeah. But yes, I think it's possible. Anything's possible if you put your mind to it, right? Work it out in real time. And that one should be all good. So we should be good. I have an extra wireless extension cord if you need one. Well, that's very kind of you.
Yeah, got another one.
And this is the front one that we need to replace. So it's the 3-position switch.
Great day to spend a Sunday. Cheers. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much for joining in, everyone.
So
Okay,
here's one I prepared earlier.
this is the finished article. the fully working one.
There you go. Is that into that one?
If you're like Martha Stewart, you'd be like, oh, there we go.
This is what I was doing the whole
So that's what it's meant to do.
See that there?
See that's good. And that there, this is the other one. This is what we're competing against. That's not good. It's even bent, look at it. That's cool, so we're gonna replicate that guy. And yes, Marcel, we like them so much we got 2 of them.
One each, right?
One each.
Yeah, so we go that way up.
Okay, so I think maybe we'll dive into this one here.
Okay.
But yeah, leave that so we can know which order. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah.
Do you need a craft knife or anything? Scalpel?
I got it.
Got a soldering iron.
I'm gonna cut her.
NSCG's joined the stream. Hey, brother, how you been? This is another sneak stream. Yeah. We are streaming again twice this week. There you go.
We're enjoying our time here
So much.
so much.
So yeah, we thought we'd do another one, and we're just going to fix this Taranis at the moment.
Okay, we'll start with the easy one. I think. There's nothing easy. So. But yeah, so we got these little heat shrinks.
Yeah.
But it will be cool when it's.
Operation again.
I mean, technically, we were still using it. It was fine. Just not as fine if we had all our buttons.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You just tack them off and then we'll re-tack them. Or if you're in the soldering world, you'd say solder on. Solder on solder.
I feel that's like a product.
Which one are you doing on this one?
You're doing the front one.
Which was the triple switch? Or
Triple. Yeah. I mean, I can't tell at the moment because they don't. It doesn't do anything.
Okay.
Yeah. I know we ordered the right ones.
Yep. I mean, does it say the same thing on the side of it? What's it say?
It should say 5 amps, 12, 125 vac. Yeah, it says that.
Same.
Yeah.
There you go. So yeah, we're working on this guy, and well, what do you think of the Taranis? It's kind of the one that started it all for the drone stuff, really. Yeah.
Alright. Okay. I guess one at a time. Are you gonna heat shrink these guys? Do you have some heat shrink?
I can get some heat shrink. Yeah.
Sweet. So I got a little soldering iron here. Good one, Lawson. Thanks, Steve. Yeah, I'm glad you're having a great time out there. Another CG says American style. Yeah, exactly. Happy says just don't install it inside out. Pain to open the radio each time. Yeah, exactly. You wouldn't want to get those switches the wrong way.
No, very cool. Whoa. But yes. Can the smoke be seen on this stream? Not really.
You just have to imagine it. You can see it, surely.
Okay. Which one are we doing? Oh, have you got the side cutters there? No. Typical. Never have everything. Oh, hang on. Yeah, I got one here. It's always tools. They just can never see. They're never in your hand, right? Just one of these.
Okay, so let's take this.
Just do one, and then tack, 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 like that.
Okay.
Which one is that tack? Is it that tack or that tack?
Sorry?
Is it that tack?
That one.
This one.
Yeah, that's why I brought it close.
Just re-tack that tack, and then we'll tack that tack on the other tack.
That makes no sense.
It kind of makes sense.
I don't think it makes sense. Okay, so we got one off.
Okay.
There's one less to worry about.
Abby says no, smoking on live stream. Yeah. I can see it. Okay, cool, man. Pop, pop, pop.
Yeah, no, don't smoke, people. Yeah,
It's bad for your health. Saying
that's
that though, it was literally the go-to thing on any cool film
Ever.
ever, like in existence. You know, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, everybody smoked.
Yeah. So it's just a thing of
So
the
modern day
time.
culture has changed, right? Now apparently it's not cool.
Yeah.
I'd do it if I could, but we can't.
We would last 30 seconds and then done. We would.
We'll just leave it to the professionals. Smells like chicken. Yeah.
Okay. All good. So which way around is it?
maybe just a little less. Half of those.
Half that's it.
Yeah. It doesn't matter about swiveling around, does it?
I can cut it. What, like half of it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in terms of around, it's the switch. It doesn't matter.
Do you want that thickness or thinner? So
Just what do you got, man? But yes.
thank you, Richie.
Oh, sweet. Yeah.
But yes, I appreciate you all tuning into these streams and spending time with us. It's always cool. And doing something a little bit different with you is always keep you
I guess
entertained.
it's kind of something that we'd probably be doing in our own time.
But we're
You're
spending
like,
it on you. Could do.
sharing is caring.
Caring is sharing.
Which is
I prefer to say it that way.
Which is also sharing.
Which way around does this go?
Doesn't matter. I don't.
Just
think.
that way?
It's a switch. It's a multi-switch.
This is-
Line it up.
Trying to hold that so I don't burn myself.
You don't do that. Hang on a second. I add a bit of solder onto your one. Yeah. Yep. Done.
Sweet. Like
One less to worry about. Riveting stuff.
well, it's kind of interesting.
It'd be cool if it fixes it.
That would be nice.
Happy says that this is cool. Always great to see you guys getting the projects done.
Yeah, cheers, man.
Have we decided, going on that thing,
Yeah.
have we decided what we're going to do for the next episode coming up?
Oh, no, we haven't done that.
We haven't actually thought about it because we're so intent on the drone.
So there might be a delay on that one. Who knows? But will there be an episode next week? I'm not sure, but well, there'll definitely be a live stream. So
Definitely be a live stream at least. Surely.
surely.
Arguably two. Yeah. But we'll go for one. We'll go for a live stream.
Yeah. And what else is happening? Oh yeah, and the other things that is coming up. We are also in the background working on YouTube membership. Membership or member? What do they call it?
It's not gold member.
No, it's not gold member.
Gold member.
So we're working on how to set that up in the background. So that'll be the new thing if you want to join that. It'll be kind of similar to Patreon for the people out there. Different content.
Well, some similar.
Something similar. Something's different. That's kind of.
But I guess it's going like what would we work it out? Like it has like badges. We added some gifts as well. That could be kind of custom gifts, and I think we added
gifts. Gifts. You mean GIFs? What other people call it? Gifts.
Yeah, I think so. And the other thing I think it was what's it? Maybe some extra shorts or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's. I can't quite remember what we had sort of worked out, but you'll know when we release it. But I guess you got a bit of a heads up anyway.
They got me on that one.
Is that cool? Doesn't look that good.
No.
Happy says a 3D printed RC hang gliders might be an idea, or an RC jet boat.
Oh yes, yeah.
Hang glider. Interesting. Maybe do that one again. Jet boat.
Are we talking full scale?
What scale are we talking?
I guess that's optional.
Are we talking 1-to-1? Are we talking
Or a hovercraft. Well, these ideas are coming in thick and fast, aren't they?
All good ideas. There used to be a hovercraft when we were very little that used to go out and about on the water, sand. There's like a sandbar at one of the beaches, and it used to go around there. And then I think one day it came off, I think, and then the skirt surrounding it didn't quite work out. So yeah, it's one of those things. Happy also says a 3D printed 3D printer and a 3D printed jet boat as well. Cool ideas, man.
Thanks for sharing, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, just write them down for sure.
Yeah, thanks for the ideas, dude. All right, so I got 2 of the terminals, is it? Wires attached? 2 wires attached of the 3 that we need.
Very cool.
Yeah, thanks for sharing them through, dude. Good stuff.
And is the feed still coming through? Let us know. It all helps. Lewis, cheers, man. Thanks so much, brother. Yeah, thanks so much. It all helps. And yeah, appreciate you very much.
I think, what was the goal?
I can't remember. What was
I
it?
think it was 1. So we go, hey!
Hey! Party!
Apparently you meant to say something.
It said on the behind the scenes on YouTube, it said
Set a goal.
set a goal. And
But we were wondering, like, you know, if I set the goal, then you might not achieve it.
yeah, so
we thought,
thanks for achieving that goal there, brother. I appreciate it. What did we say was the thing that we would do? Celebrate? I think we should celebrate.
Celebrate.
Yeah. So thanks, dude.
So I guess we're celebrating then. Yeah.
And Happy says, are you writing them down so you can remember who is to blame?
Not at all.
When the ideas don't work. No.
There's no bad ideas. There's only good ideas.
There's no bad idea. We always believe that even if there is a bad idea,
It potentially could be changed to a good one.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And Dan's joined the stream. Hey, brother, thanks so much for tuning in. I appreciate you very much. And Happy's giving him a wave. Cool.
Yeah. Hey Dan, how's your Unimog coming along, dude? Did you manage to get the drive shaft all back together? I know you're having a bit of
these.
I've got it on. Yeah. Can you hold it?
And we're just fixing this Taranis. That's right. Marcel has been giving us a bit of slack early on the stream to say that this Taranis
is old, but we're calling it vintage retro.
And I dropped it the other day when I was picking up something else. And we don't like things broken, so we're repairing it. And earlier in the stream, we had a look at the big giant 3D printed Vito dropship.
Of course, was the episode this week, so
a bit more on the other side. And we just had a little Q&A. So you're all welcome to go back and scrub back to see that part, if you would like. Well,
hey,
it fits.
Okay, that's 1 down.
Yeah.
So that's 1 all repaired, people. In theory.
In theory, it's right. But it wasn't much good the way it was before.
Give yourself a fighting chance.
Yeah.
Okay, you can do the next one.
I was going to change that one to Insta.
Okay, so that's sitting there now.
Thanks very much. If you want to see more, head over to our YouTube channel.
Awesome. Hang on.
Do we miss
Dan says no, Unimog is on the shelf till winter. Okay, fair enough. Too sad about it. Yeah, you give it a break, you know. He can sit in the naughty corner. Spin around Rain's son up with toys that work. Yes. Yeah. Take that, Unimog. It's a good idea.
I guess it was for us. It was a bit sad when the Mark III hit the ground, wasn't it? All the legs fell off the.
You just going through everything that didn't work.
It's bringing up a lot of.
It's bringing up a lot of emotions, bro.
If it doesn't work the first time. Then
if it doesn't work the first time, you always get a bit disgruntled, don't you?
I think that's just being human.
Disgruntled is the right word.
Yeah, not giving up on it. Just
giving it a break. Yeah, so that seems to be working all right. So in theory, it's back off the shelf now. Have you ever done RC car or truck, Harry? And you can take over. Do that one up there. Do that.
How do we do that one?
Just unsolder it, check the new one off. Done.
Okay.
Seed.
Yes. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. This is live working on the Taranis, fixing it. And what were we saying? What was the question? Have we ever done RC truck or car? We have not made our own design, but Dan's one did look pretty cool. Earlier, he sent it on our Discord page. His truck, I'm sure it's still there, so you're welcome to jump over and join our Discord for sure and check that out. But we've got an Alfa Romeo. Could we bring that over?
I can get it.
That is kind of one that we've had for a long time. We were very little, and we got and made that one. It was a kit, and yeah, it's cool. Yeah, big fan of RC cars and stuff. Yeah, have never made a drift car though, have we, Richard?
Hey?
We've never made a drift car. I thought we saw an indoor track once.
Oh yeah, that'd be
of an
good.
RC indoor track in the big smoke of Auckland once, and I thought that was interesting. Yeah. So maybe. Happy thinking of you there, Dan. And Dan says he's working on his rally car. Yeah, but it's going good. Oh yeah, and that's not a rally car there.
So it's all-wheel drive though.
That is all-wheel
But
drive.
it's really, really used.
Yeah. So that's in no way as cool as Dan's one, but it is something.
It still works.
Yeah. So this uses. Do we change over to LiPo batteries now?
Yeah, but it uses, it's
Crystal.
old school. It has a crystal radiator, and it also has
An
the old
ESC.
school servo ESC.
Yeah. Can we show that? Because some people of today might not know what that is, and that was kind of one of those modules that is very unique, very cool, very weird looking if you haven't seen one. Because normally you think an ESC is like a digital module chip, but it's not like that back in the day. Happy says let the UMG keep the bad vibes to itself. Yeah, for sure. I have recently gotten into RC drift. Yeah. Oh, you have? Cool. So far I'm going to jump off the stream for now. That's okay, brother. Got to spend some time with the family, the wife.
Yeah.
But keep up the great work. Yeah, cheers, man. That's all good. Thanks so much for tuning in to these streams. Appreciate you very much. And say hi to the other half.
So this is what we're talking about. So this is actually a speed controller. It's pretty dirty, but just ignore that. But basically, it's got panels, like metal panels, and it's on a slider that connects to the servo.
Maybe a little closer.
Connects to the servo here. There's a servo, and that literally moves it in a physical sense. So it's kind of like a pedometer, really, sliding pedometer. So if that makes sense, that's how they used to do speed controllers.
Yeah. Mechanical servo driven ESC. It's fun times. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, for sure.
That's how they used to do it. It works.
And Mike's saying, catch you later to Happy. Yeah. Have a great one there, Happy. But we've got one switch on the stream, so hopefully that is looking good. I mean, it's definitely better than not just that, sitting there like that. So even maybe on a stream, maybe we could make a case for this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, something different for you guys. It would be nice to have a case for it. And making it isn't that hard, so always fun to make something new.
Okay, you worked out how to desolder that one?
Just looking at it. So this one looks a little different. Haven't seen one like this before. But it does look like, it doesn't look as good as it should be. It looks like the part itself has destroyed itself pretty good. This part's just dropping out there. Hang on.
Okay.
What's that there? Let's have a look. Where's that little pen light? Has it got a little light on it? Why does it never have any light when you want it to have light? I just want to see if there's something hidden behind there.
What are you doing?
Well, where's the rest of all the electronics?
It's come out.
With the whole thing?
Yeah.
That whole piece?
Yeah.
Like that? Wow, look at that. Look at that. It's interesting. It just dissolved itself.
That's what you.
That's what happens.
Hang on, I missed a couple of things there.
You can scrub back if you have to.
It's like a big pot. Yeah, that's right. Pedometer. Yeah, it's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's a pedometer, Richard? Controls. It controls things. Yeah.
Yeah.
It controls the flow of electricity on a swivel. Potentiometer is the official term.
A variable resistor. Cool. Yeah.
See if we can tack that off. If we can't, what are we
You
going to
know
do?
which way around it goes? So because of that. This one probably does actually have a specific way it needs to go.
Do we know?
Yeah. Yeah. The back one's facing back. Do it.
Don't think. Just do it.
Just do it.
Alrighty.
Here you go.
Got a pair
Do
of
you want
pliers.
to unplug it or don't worry about it?
You can unplug it. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe not. You got it?
Yeah, it's all good.
How are we going to pull that out?
Oh, do you have the this desolder sucker thing?
Oh, yeah.
That'll make it easier.
But yes, thanks so much for tuning into these streams. And where is that sucker thingy?
That's the official name, soda sucker. Hey, sucker. Where's that? I don't think that's the official word. Hey, sucker. Hey, sucker. But yes, it's looking healthier now that it has its it's got one switch back in now, so that's good. I just checked that the stream's working. You guys can give me a little comment, just maybe like a thumbs up or something.
See if it's coming through. See if you can see us. It's got a green light. Does that count?
Yeah.
Green's generally good. Looks like it's working. Yeah,
Yeah, it
we're
looks
gonna go. We're gonna say it is from our end. Hopefully it is.
Yeah. We're gonna say it is. Okay.
That way. Okay.
Stream is brilliant. Awesome. Thanks, dude.
Thanks, Dan.
Okay. And maybe I'll do that. You do the heat.
I'll do the heat.
You do the heat, and then add the soda. Do that. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Oh, you're good?
Yeah.
Hopefully we can get this out. All right.
Yeah, keep going. What are you waiting for?
Don't think.
Okay, it's looking healthier.
Nearly. So for people out there, what's that in your hand? Richard might not have seen that. I'm sure they have.
Desolder sucker thing.
It yeah, it just sucks that air, in this case solder, into its
Grasp.
into its grass and eats it.
It's basically,
Hungry.
it's basically like a big Pac-Man, basically.
Cookie Monster, I was thinking.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay, we'll do the next one.
Yeah.
Theoretically, if we do it right, it should just drop straight out the back.
Yeah, should do. Should do.
Yeah, go for it. Nice.
And how's everybody's weekend going? Hopefully it's a good one. Hopefully it's going brilliosco. Yeah, Paul?
Yep. Go again. And we're sucking the, yeah, it might not be too bad. Next one.
Okay.
So like maybe 2 down, possibly? Possibly.
Another CG said solid work.
John Wick. But
John Wick. Solid work. I feel like you just created a new catchphrase.
Yeah.
Solid work. Called solder braid in some locations. Okay.
There you go. So what do we reckon? Is that good to go? It's going to pop off itself.
Well, not if I keep touching it. It hurts.
Okay.
Okay.
So no? Not yet?
Not yet. Ow! I mean, ow.
Wick is the best way to do it. There you go.
Okay.
John Wicket.
John Wicket.
Bang, 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 bang.
Do you have another set of...
Yeah, I can get you another.
Yeah.
No point burning those fingers. Or as the people might be.
Please don't burn my fingers. I mean, please don't burn my fingers.
Something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. You always gotta have like the that big that's just all the soldering iron flick, heat and flick it across the room.
Hey!
Ah, it's the cameraman. What was his name? Leroy from the last stream, I think. Leroy the cameraman.
John. Are you adding soda?
No.
A strong quick blow works too. Good for the whole. Wham! I'm sure you're putting us astray here, guys.
This one's a little bit more fiddlier.
Oh yeah.
Just gonna work on
It is moving though.
It's moving. Just gonna work on that one.
Which one?
There's two that we need to work on.
Please hold. Do my side.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a bit of movement there, guys. There's a bit of movement. You're good?
Yeah.
So we're like
95 there.
95?
100%.
Oh,
There
what?
you go. Look at that.
What?
That's what we
That
don't
hap-
want. All right, we don't want that one.
That's what we did on live stream.
What'd you do on live stream?
I
What'd you do?
pulled a switch
I
out.
pulled a switch out and put a new one in. We haven't put it in yet, but yeah. I'm thinking optimistically. Soda. Ball for life. Great call. Are we gonna call it that, are we?
Soda.
I feel that you're gonna
Coining all these cash flows live.
I feel like you're coining it.
We can't take that credit. That's all.
It's all Dan on and little CG. Come on,
Does it fit?
ish. It fits ish. Come on,
Do we need to sand it?
hey.
Do we need to file it? We can make it thinner.
Doesn't fit in the hole. What is this? It's a place for ants.
It does fit in the hole. It's just there's a bit of solder there.
Okay, maybe you can play with that. You do that. That's your job. That's
Hey,
that's your area.
can you suck this?
Okay. It's looking good though.
Started.
Looking goodish.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, go.
That's the official term. Okay.
Come on, baby. Should fit. Looks like the hole fits.
Does it need like a sand or something? A file? Does it need a file? Or you reckon you can get it in there?
I was pushing on the wrong side. That might have been it.
Do you know which way you got it to go in?
Which way?
The switch?
Which way the switch goes?
Yeah.
No,
We don't read it.
doesn't really matter.
Doesn't it? I'm pretty sure.
We never use the switch. It's just for looks.
But it'd be nice to know if you could.
Yeah.
So on this one, it's facing outwards.
Okay,
So if
so
that's the case, it would be like that.
that way.
That's what I'm going with. Do I need to file those terminals a little bit?
Terminals on this one.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. Don't get too hard out. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. Yeah. Maybe a little bit of just a little buff off the top. But yeah, this is one of the drones that it works on. This is, of course, this guy. And as we were looking before, this is the kind of receiver that runs on this kind of guy. The very micro receiver, if you can see that. What was that? Crossfire, that one. Is it? Yeah, yeah. Very micro receiver. Well, it was micro.
Back in the day.
Couple of years ago, that was micro. Doesn't mean it's bad, it's just micro. And it weighs a bit, I suppose. But it's a city lifter, it's fine. Maybe take off like what? A minute of flight for the receiver's weight. Yeah. But anyway, so hopefully we pop this sucker in and put this one back together, and then maybe on the stream, depending on time and all that sort of thing, and then maybe what we can do is we can look at getting that eagle looking a bit more
Which
cooler.
way? Like that. Like that, right? Put like that. Yee. Maybe open it up a bit.
Yeah, a little tweak here and there. It does actually straight, it's just more of a manufacturing error.
Is that right?
Mm. What do you think? Looks like it fits. I mean, it's straight. The holes are perfect.
Mm-hmm. Maybe give it a bit more of a file and then
Yeah.
call it. It looks pretty good now though. It's like
Pretty close.
Pretty straight, eh?
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
And who on stream has a Taranis at home? Do you have one of these that you use all the time?
Or just have one.
Oh, yeah, you just have one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's been annoying that it dropped off the bench. But anyway, it's just one of those things. All right. Once Richard's back, we will put a proper one, not a broken one, back in. Yeah. How are we looking? Going in?
didn't feel like it.
Looks like it should.
That'd probably be right anyway. What do you reckon?
It's half. Well, yeah, I can tack them on. Just pushing it in a little bit. Just make sure it's firm in there. Yeah, it should be firm. Doesn't have to be like too far in
Is it
there.
the right way around like that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Ta-da! I got it.
Okay, so we pushed that in. That's good.
Okay.
And now we'll tack it back in.
Yeah. Nice.
Okay, one tack down.
Nice.
Okay, two tacks down.
And one more to go.
One more to go. Okay, third tag down. Sweet. Yeah. What do you reckon? Okay, so the soldering on, and I just turned that off.
Okay, so take out.
Does this need to be here?
No.
Okay. Oh, what's going on here? Is that important? Do we need that?
Yeah.
Check. Oh, why did I throw that away? I get a screwdriver if that doesn't come out.
Ow.
You get a flathead screwdriver? Dan wrote something.
Yeah, what do you say?
Don't know, I can't see. Richard's head. I'll read out your message there. I'm okay with
Ow.
Dan says he's got a Radio Master boxer and just got the MT12. Sweet.
And you happy with it, dude?
Yeah, you happy with it? Yeah. Boxer, it does look actually quite nice. A mate of ours, he uses the boxer. He thinks it's pretty cool. Cool. Flathead screwdriver or what?
Nah, it's not a flathead screwdriver. Screwdriver. It's a. Can you grab the vice grips?
Vice screwdriver?
Yeah.
Is it really in there, is it?
You reckon you can bring that up on screen? Then? The
Hey?
M12?
The what?
Bring up the MT12 boxer?
I'll try and do that. Hang on. Oh, yeah. There's the Radio Master one, aren't you? Looks pretty cool.
Hang on. Good. Is that the one we're talking about there, dude?
Something like this. Looks cool.
Is that the one with like the Wi-Fi and stuff added to it? The Bluetooth?
Looks cool.
What's your take on it there, Dan?
Very cool. Comes with a nice carry case. You like it?
Yep.
Guess when it came off, it could have sheared it quite well.
Do you have the smaller version of this?
I could get a small one.
Oh, of the vice grips? Where are they? You know?
Should be in there. A smaller pair of vice grips. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's the one that Dan is talking about anyway. That says, yeah, that's the boxer. It's sweet. Got the one with the nice gimbals. Got the clear shell. Oh, sweet, invisible. Nice, like that.
And I had a friend do a custom paint job on it in the middle of it. Oh, cool. The M12 seems nice. It's
MT12.
new. Yeah, nice, dude.
Sweet. So kind of like a ghost one. Sweet. Very cool. Ghost is pretty cool. What was the custom decals? Was it like I don't know. Aries has joined the stream. Thanks so much for tuning in. We are working on upgrading the Taranis. It broke, so we're going to be changing the switches out. That's what we're doing.
Can you hold the body?
Yeah, sure. And earlier in the stream, we looked at the world's largest 3D printed VTEL dropship over on our YouTube channel.
It is on our YouTube channel.
No. Aries is on our Instagram.
Ah, okay. Well, we're streaming live at the moment.
We're streaming live at the moment there, brother.
Okay, I got that off. So that
Dan
little...
says its spray paint looks like a galaxy. Oh, sweet. We'll post a pic. Yeah. We'll check out the Discord for sure.
Yeah, it's all good. I think that's all good. I'll put that into place.
So yeah, from the angle you should be able to see him kind of putting it in. Maybe his head is in the way. Aries has given us the good luck. Cheers, man. Thanks. And Tea and Temperature says, cool stream. Thanks. We're making headway. We've put the second switch in and replaced those two. And now I think we're going to start putting it back together. And yeah. And then we can start work on repairing
some other things.
Some other things like the 3D printed talon, I think. Micro talon, 3D printed plane.
And maybe the eagle.
Maybe the eagle.
Maybe. Okay, so that should be in its
galaxy. Very cool.
It's working. Okay.
Alrighty, what's next, Richard? What are we going to do now?
I think we'll take those and put them over there.
So fold it back together?
Or just leave it. Just let it be. Yeah, but I think you have to undo them and then put them on that side. So maybe when I undo it, put them on your side.
You can tighten those ones up. The one underneath is a bit wobbly. What was that plastic little thing you do? What did that do? Is that important?
Oh,
anything important there?
Oh, he's got them as a sort of like a spacer tap, huh?
Okay, maybe you need to put that back in. Josh has joined the stream. Thanks, man. I'm going to take that back off and put a little module in. Little plastic, little insert. Does that do anything with you?
Offset.
Offset, maybe it keeps it looking good. And Dan says he's posted to the Discord page. We'll have a look at that.
But yeah, we're going to thank everybody for tuning in to the live streams. And this is somewhat impromptu, this one. Whoa! Dude!
Dude, what a paint job.
That's cool, man.
That's sick. When I say sick, I mean it's a good thing. People out there might think... Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Very sick. Yeah, it looks like... I guess he's painted... When he did the custom paint job, from looking at it, I'd say he painted on inside because it's clear on the outside. So then you get that kind of
that's really good, man.
effect.
Good stuff.
It's sick.
Yeah, thanks so much for sharing that, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, let's put this guy back together.
Very cool. Thanks, man. Very cool. What does Don have? Does he have the boxer engine? Does he have that one?
No, not that one.
Which one does he have? He's got a Radio Master. Which one is it?
Not that one. It's a different one.
Different one?
Yeah.
There's a few in their range. So.
Yeah. Okay. I'll put it together and you can put that guy over that side.
I can do that, yeah. Okay, just putting it back together, guys. After this repair live.
Is that tight enough?
That one. Could be tighter. Good enough? Good enough's near enough. Yeah,
And you
nice.
put that on the other side? Or
Move-
just leave it there? Either way.
Yeah, if it stays.
If it stays, just leave it.
Yeah, it might be alright. Or does it need to be moved over? No. Where does that one go on? Push that one in a bit through. It's a little bit tight. What's up?
Not sure.
Together now? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to just put some bolts back into this one and then put the battery back in. But yeah, so far this repair looks like it's going good.
So those are the two switches that we just put back in. Okay. Let's put the screws back on. We don't need to change anything else, eh?
I don't think so. No. Yeah, it's just looking at it. Next thing will be is to try and make it so it doesn't happen again. Putting some screws back in. So we're in the assembly phase of this project. This what are we calling this one? A repairing live stream.
Fixing.
Fixing live stream.
And there's a long screw. Okay, we got one in. Okay, so we're well underway into this repair now. So let's count for something, surely.
Yeah, for sure. What are we going to do next? What do you reckon? What should we work on next? Do you want to work on the talon? If this one's successful, we'll test it in a second. Or do we look at the eagle again?
Same sort of thing, really.
Same kind of thing?
Yeah.
Alrighty. It would be quite nice to have them all sitting there happily, ready for the next maiden attempt.
Hmm.
I do like things all together perfectly.
Okay. I need two more bolt screws to add, and this should be all back together. In theory.
In theory.
Okay.
And how do we ensure that doesn't happen again? Do you think we should make a case for it? Maybe not on this stream, but maybe on another one. Might be an idea.
Okay, that's cool. Last screw. Probably should check those gimbals, make sure they're happy as well. Yeah, that's right.
You happy?
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, so final screws going in for this one, and then what we'll be doing is we'll be looking at putting the battery in and the crossfire module back on, and then we'll boot it up and see if it works, which is kind of the main thing, really, isn't it? After all that work, you want to see it works.
After all that work, you want to see if it works?
Where does it come out? Over here?
I'll push the module.
Once you get it in, you've got to line up these pins. So the pins that we're trying to line up, Richard, you reckon you hold it up to the camera?
Those pins there.
Camera. There's some pins in the back there that kind of
Those
important.
ones.
Happy with it?
Guess so.
There was a click, wasn't there? Definite click. Put the antenna back on.
Yeah.
We don't normally have it like that.
Nah, it's
Sideways?
Yeah.
Probably supposed to be 90.
Okay, it's back together.
Shove the battery back in. And hopefully, what do you reckon? Okay, moment of truth, guys. See what happens. Good luck.
Welcome to OpenTX.
Check the camera.
Switch warning.
It's looking pretty good. Is it G? No, that was actually the switch.
Disarmed. Horizon. Buzzer.
Buzzer. Okay,
There won't be anything on that switch. Either.
Buzzer.
that's working.
Buzzer.
So it is working. So we know we just by pure coincidence we actually know that the that it's all working. Hooray! We did
Hey,
it.
did it.
So there you go. It's all back to working.
And have we
order.
got power on the crossfire at the back?
Yes, and the crossfire is working in the back, which is that big bright LED up there. Okay, so that's a successful repair. That's one thing done.
Yes. Yay, we did it. Nice.
Awesome.
That will
Great
be,
result.
So what are we going to do? Reset for repairing the talon?
That is
Talon?
completely trashed.
And this is the guy that we run it on. This is generally this guy, the remote that runs this guy. Is any, what else is it we have at the moment on that? This is the main one. This is the only one, isn't it? On that remote. Do you have any other concept designs on there? On
I
that
can't
particular
remember
one?
off the top of my head. I think it's
Yeah.
just that guy.
I think it might be just this one.
But there we
Oh,
go.
no, I think there's another one. I just can't remember it this time.
Okay, well,
He's operational again.
he is back in rotation, people. He is back. He is back. Awesome result.
All right. Yeah, that was cool. And I guess what we do is we'll reset and swap some stuff around and then get into the next part of this stream.
Do you want to throw those away or keep that in bit?
Sure, is it any good?
No, it's completely trashed. You keep that one, I guess.
I'll just move this out of the way.
Nice, but yeah, there we go. Couldn't ask for a better result, really.
Which one do you want to work on next? The talon, Richard?
Sure, you can do that.
All right, let's go grab the talon.
That's pretty cool. So yeah, out with the old, in with the new, all fixed. Great stuff. Okay, so that stuff goes in the trash. Okay, so we'll just reset for the next things that we need to fix. But yeah, we go, you know. It's a great result, really. You set out to fix something and then you actually fix it. So there you go. Good stuff. Put that there, please.
This one here. Okay, do we need that one anymore? I think we do.
No.
We can swap that out for the other guy.
Which one?
Just a normal soldering iron.
Normal?
Just a normal soldering iron. Yeah, use the hopper.
Oh, you mean for heat shrink stuff?
Yeah. Heating it.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And glue. Or do you want to not glue it?
Do we have any glue? Did you check?
I haven't looked yet.
Before we start that, it's probably a good idea to check if we have some.
And if you want to see more, head over to our YouTube channel and join in. Yeah. Just carry on with this one in a second.
Good news, we got some glue. I do remember buying some, so that's cool. Don't think we need that one, but
So move that one out of the way, I guess it did.
yeah, I just thought you keep it there because that's what you fixed.
Oh, okay.
All good.
All right.
We fixed it live.
We need some gloves. What else do we need? I guess we did fix it live. It does count, doesn't it? You can take that one off, and then we'll just move on to this one.
Put the heat on that, and then
What's that?
just put the heat on that. Leave that one on. Put the old one back on. Do you have some lightweight filament?
You just grab the one that's like an old one.
There's
an
an old one?
old reel. So where are we up to on this particular one? So this is a bit of a repair that we're doing, and of course, big people of the channel would have known that this particular talon, he happened to
Take a hit.
take a hit. What did it do? It kind of talked out on maiden flight, didn't it, Richard?
We have yet to get a maiden flight on.
Yeah, we haven't got so lucky on this one. On that particular time, it just kind of torque rolled out and then into the ground. I added throttle
And you only
consistently.
get one take.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So maybe we're thinking repair it, and then
Well, are we going to change it? I know you were discussing about
I'll just-
change to a small propeller.
I was thinking maybe a less power by putting in like a little 5-inch propeller for this one. What's that?
What propeller is it?
At the moment, we are running a. What is this? 7-inch. I think it's a 70-75, 45. I think so. I can't quite read it. It's just hidden underneath.
Maybe what we could do is we could do a little bit on this, and then maybe we just call it a day.
Oh, you don't have to get too hard out.
Yeah. So I think that's what we'll do. We'll do a little bit on this, and then maybe we will in the stream we won't.
Once we've got the glue into it.
We weren't intending to do a massive stream today, so maybe we'll just keep with that theme. That way we can get some other stuff done.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. Okay.
So we've got some glue. Pop that in there. We've got some accelerator that'll speed up time.
Oh, yeah, I'll go get that. That's over here, right?
I think so. Now, yeah, we're getting there, guys. This repair is coming together.
So this is the accelerator that we're going to be using. Psycho Accelerator. I'll just check that everything's working so you guys can actually see what we're doing. It's always a good thing.
Good to check that it's all coming through.
Yep, seems to be functional on your side, so that's good. I can get a different pack on that.
Oh, so we did.
That's all right, I can get a different one.
Oh, yeah, at least then you get something.
Yeah.
Can we get another one?
They might need a charge.
Yeah. What do we need to do? Kind of push them together, I think, is kind of the main idea. Where should we start? Maybe we'd start with. I was thinking to start with the front. Not too bad. Maybe a little insulation tape over that one. All right.
Okay, I managed to get a battery pack for that guy.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
It's a little bit of a exposed wire, a little bit. So just tape that up.
Oh, yeah.
It's not a major. So I'd better put something on it. It doesn't really actually look too much of a bad repair, does it? So you want to use accelerator to get this done. And then, yeah, we'll just accelerate the process a little bit. Don't really want to be breathing this stuff in, guys. It's a bit dangerous.
Should I turn that one off?
What's that?
You going just yet, do we?
What's that?
The heat?
Not just yet.
Yeah, I'll plug it straight.
Might be okay.
Okay, so yeah, what's the plan of this particular one? Is we need to join the nose back on, obviously. It doesn't, you know,
It's not doing so good.
it doesn't look so healthy.
Have we got any just this glue?
Just behind you.
Right, yeah, all right.
And then I think after we've repaired this guy, I think we'll put it aside and maybe we'll
That'll be the
leave
string.
the stream there because of course it will have to set and before we can really do any more. And then I guess we'll be looking at what we're going to be doing for the episode next week. But yeah, thanks everyone for joining in on this impromptu live stream today.
Definitely. Yeah.
Did you put accelerator on it?
Oh, no, I'll accelerate the other one.
Ah. accelerated.
Accelerated growth.
It's accelerated.
Whoa. Not the nicest smell, guys. Don't breathe that stuff in. Bad for the environment. Surely.
Okay, so that's one side attached.
Somewhat.
Somewhat attached. Yes, if you're just joining us live, we're on YouTube and we're rebooting and fixing some of the parts that have been damaged in the shop, or in this particular case,
On Livestream.
on a
Maiden.
live stream where we did a maiden flight with this, what they call is the micro talon, and it came down pretty hard right on takeoff. So, yeah, if we want to have any chance at all to fly it, we have to repair it first. So, yeah, thanks. That's what was happening.
How's that? Good? The next line? What do you reckon?
Yeah.
Or do you leave that side and do something else?
No, it's all good.
Just keep going with it?
Yeah. You do that side over there. You do that one. I'll do this one. Put the accelerator on.
Okay.
Accelerated. The other thing you do is put that bolt in too.
What bolt?
This bolt.
Oh, you put a
Glue that
super
in.
glue?
Yeah. So, as quick as that, it's nearly repaired.
Yeah.
Just got to do that a little bit on that wing there as well.
Yeah, and the back fuselage button. It's another breaker cost there on the bottom.
Doesn't take much.
That's it. That's the downside with 3D printed planes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's okay.
Yeah.
Yes, earlier in the stream we have been working on. We looked at a deep dive at this week's episode, which is of course the
Just down the way.
giant, world's largest 3D printed VTOL, and of course
There's a tilt rotor design, and it's inspired by the film Edge of Tomorrow. So, if we were quite a
big fan of it.
big fan of that particular film, so we thought, why not make a full scale? Oh, well, not full scale, but what,
Pretty
half
big.
scale. I don't know. It's 2 meters long by 2 meters wide. It's a monster. It's using 28-inch tri-blade propellers, and it is
Formidable.
And we're up to the painting phase on that guy. So, yeah.
Just let it sit there for a little bit, perhaps.
Yeah. So, yeah, really happy to see where it's looking. We ended up, it was the episode this week, and we ended up doing all the paint job on it. And, yeah, before that, I guess it was just 3D printed, wasn't it?
Yep.
Just having the, different colors. You know, had like, what were some of the colors in it?
Sparkly greens. We had
Sparkly black, white, straight black.
what's it doing on?
What's happening? Oh, yeah.
Wasn't doing anything, was it?
Really not, no. And this one is the micro talon. That's what we're gluing together.
So the bolts on. We've got the nose back on, so that's good.
And yeah, so that's
So the
straight
canopy-
off the bat is healthier.
Does look a lot better, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What else are we going to do? We plug that in. That plugs the FPV in, I think.
Might be a good idea. Eh?
Try and get the pins around the right way.
Yeah, I think that's right. You just need to push it in.
We made it so if anything happened on impact that it could detach. So that's good.
So clearly, you did.
worked. That worked well.
Okay, so that's the nose back on. So that's how fast it takes if you got the right gear. Yeah. I'd wait a couple of minutes before you threw it again, at least. But we do need to do
The back.
the back part. Do we need to unscrew that last back bolt?
This bolt.
Or just leave it? I think at the moment that's the only thing holding the whole plane together.
Or what we could do is we could tack a bit of it and then unscrew that part. Are you good at that? Can you swivel around so I can work on the back? Or do you have to keep holding that front nose on?
I don't know.
Where's the brake? No, it's definitely not attached.
Yeah, she's
Separate.
So
What do you reckon? Can I put
maybe you
it?
just leave it like that and just put some glue, add some accelerating, and bam, straight in.
Yeah.
And she's looking healthier. Basically, the more you glue, the more healthier it's going to look.
Oh, can they see that that hole on there? Oh, not really.
Hang on, I'll spin around, you guys can see it.
So if I just tilt that up a bit, you should be able to see the hole.
Hello. That's not good. It's
Just rotate around and then I'll try and put that in.
you might need to. Or is it just it's quite helpful?
That's quite helpful to line it all up.
Okay.
Very helpful. But anyway, hopefully you guys are all having a great weekend.
Yeah.
It might be the end of that one. I think that might be nearly end anyway. Let's keep going.
Yeah. Yeah, add some of that.
Acceleration. I'll just do that after I've done this. If I accelerate it and it's not in the right position, I thought that might be a bad thing. I'll get rid of that one because that's empty. And I'll just mix up some more.
Put a little cut into the thing.
Cheers for the live gold. Thanks very much.
Maybe put a little cut into it or something?
What? You mean like a little nozzle, sir?
Yeah. But yes, thanks everyone for joining in. We are live, I believe, on TikTok at the moment as well as YouTube. So, what do you call it? Multi-streaming across different audiences.
Yeah. And thanks very much. Yeah, it's cool. Okay, so the glue's in. Now, let's accelerate the healing process and put some accelerator in. This is the stuff we're using. All right, you good?
Yeah.
Accelerated. So this 3D printed planes came back together, and of course this one was flying on Livestream. So you're welcome to join our live stream for sure if you haven't done already.
We'll go back and check out the.
Maiden flight of this one. It's all there.
Doesn't take much for these guys to retire themselves,
No.
especially with the lightweight filaments that they're using. It might look bad, but actually, this is just a normal. It's just what happens.
It's just kind of a day in the life of a 3D rendered plane.
And they don't really have a very long life expectancy, do they? Really?
Not really, no. It's not really for endurance. Okay. We're getting there, guys.
Need a bit up here, maybe.
A bit up there, yeah. As soon as I can.
Good stuff. Yep, it's all good. And then hit it with the
Acceleration process.
done.
Done. Accelerated.
Accelerated. Accelerated, great. Okay, so he's 95% done. Now we need to put this wing on, and then there's no flap here. What's that? Where's the flap?
Where'd the flap go?
Where's the flap go, man? Where's the flap?
There's something missing about this one.
There's something not right. I thought it was hidden like down the back.
Eh?
I thought it was like folded back, but no, she just wasn't there, man.
Where are you? Oh, here it is. Got it.
Cool.
And this one was built on Livestream too, wasn't it? This particular.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
In an earlier series.
Earlier series, yeah. Okay.
So yeah, there's the piece. We just line that up. Oops.
Yeah.
You want me to hold it?
Yeah.
Did I put it in the right hole?
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
Just trying to get this.
All hunky dory.
Nobody says that, man.
Nah. What's that cable doing?
I don't know, he's just hanging out.
Is he important?
Yeah.
I don't need that. Chop that out. I don't need it. Why is it sticking out there like that?
Don't know. He's just hanging out.
What about on the other side?
Hmm?
I'm just wondering on the other side.
Think that's okay?
Yeah, what's it like on the other side? I'll just hold it.
Yeah. it's
Good
fine.
enough.
Do you think just leave it like that? Yeah.
Just hold it and glue it. Accelerate that, Garth. Here you go.
Okay.
Daniel says just one nigger around New Zealand on Google. You guys need to shoot the hole in the rock.
Was
With
that
an
FE
aircraft. That's a good idea.
That's a good idea.
That's not that far away.
Yeah, no, that'd be fun actually.
That'd be fun. Good idea.
Yeah.
That's a great suggestion. And to get there, you can walk, but it does take a few hours.
Spin around.
The other way is you can go by boat,
Yeah, it's quite a
commercial boat, or at least a chartered boat. You wouldn't want to go there in like a small one.
You can go to Cape Brett and then fly. You could do that. That'd probably be easier, but you'd still have to get to. It's tricky. It's tricky.
Otherwise, you use
It'd be quite
a long
quite
range, but then long range mission. No,
It'd be cool. It'd be cool.
Yeah,
It's a great idea, dude.
sounds like a cool mission.
Full on.
Full on mission.
Like-
Get the accelerator.
Definitely one of those ones where you're like risking everything. That kind of thing. Cool though. And Dan, have you ever been to New Zealand yourself? Maybe one day.
Maybe one day.
If I push it together, will you be able to do that?
Oh,
Okay, hold it. Go.
that's already pre-done.
Yeah.
You got
That
another
should
piece?
be all right. Off you go. Just leave it like that. Yeah, it's all good. Okay. Well, it's a great idea, though.
Very good mission idea.
Maybe something we could do with the float plane. It can land in the water.
Sounds like an idea. When things go south.
Never been to New Zealand, Dan says. Would give up my left arm to go. Oh, you don't have to give it up.
You can keep it.
You can keep it.
Keep your arm.
Maybe a bit on the front, and then record it.
Are you going to put a bit of thing in there?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so that's somewhat repaired.
Bit of a gap there, though.
That bit there, what do we do with that? Can I add some glue to it?
I'll just keep pushing it together.
Okay, I'll do it, and then
Maybe a little bit more glue and a bit more accelerator in that area. Otherwise, we'll have to use a bit of filament.
yeah, there's a bit of a
Nasty hole. What's a hole in a plane, eh? It's a gunshot hole. No, it isn't.
the white and stuff coming out.
Done.
See.
Okay, maybe we'll hold this. You put that thing back on.
Yes, sir.
Nice, sir. But yes, we are going pretty good with this one. Maybe, yeah, we're just about nearly repaired on this one. We just got to put that. I can't really move, but there's a big hole there.
There.
There's a big giant hole there that aerodynamically probably doesn't look that good. So we'll fill that up with some filament because that's what you're supposed to do. And yeah, this is of course a FPV plane. This just has normal stock PWM setup, and we flew it on live stream. Didn't go so good on the takeoff, so we're repairing it for the people out there just tuning in. Yeah, that's where it's at.
That's a big hole. Maybe I was thinking maybe we could do maybe we have like another bit of filament.
Can have a look. Oh, maybe over there. We did get rid of a whole heap of rubbish.
Of course we did. Why would we keep?
Why would you? Eh? We did get rid of quite a whole heap of old filament that was all broken chips and those sorts of things. You can't recycle that stuff. But all our spools go back to our sponsors, all the actual the empty spools and those sorts of things. They go back to our sponsors, KiwiFil in New Zealand, Chokorua is where it's at, and they go and reuse them for other people, which is cool. And all their stuff is recycled filament. Yeah. How we going, Richard? Any luck?
Well, I didn't get the same filament, but
It doesn't really matter, as long as it's like PLA of some sort. Just a little panel, really. It's only for aerodynamics. That'll do. It's not even the same kind of filament.
look at that. It's like a patch.
Wish it's like it as a head before. So yeah, I think for this stream, I think what we'll do is we'll do this last little patch, and that'll be it for the stream. I think we'll just do kind of like a short one for the stream. But I think we've done quite a good job. We've repaired the Taranis there, and we have deep dived into the VTOL dropship.
That's right. And arguably repaired this one. I know we were thinking about doing the Eagle, but he's pretty well there, isn't he?
It's pretty well there. It's more like just trim them out, really.
So ideally, in the next time you see those guys, they'll be maiden flight attempt again.
Yeah, why not?
Right?
Yeah, it would be nice to see them in the air.
Rather than just an attempt.
Yeah. Did okay?
Yep.
Yeah. Chop it off if you're not happy with the edges, though.
Yep.
Looks like the repair's coming along. Pretty quick, really, isn't it? Quick repair. Yeah. As they say, tack it over. Away she goes. Interesting. You good?
Maybe make it a bit smaller.
Bit too big?
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be over the top, does it?
Nope.
Yeah, right. It'd be quite good to get this plane back together again. Is this the official way of repairing this, Richard?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, yep. They always say, get another piece of filament. It's not quite as, not designed for it, but similar material makeup. Still PLA, but it's not the lightweight version. But
yeah,
you're only repairing a hole, so.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people talk about it. Next to none.
Some people may have even just printed that whole section. Not us. Don't want to do that if I don't have to.
No.
Why do all that extra work? The main thing is to have fun flying, isn't it? In the air.
And also we're experimenting with
How to repair.
how to repair it. Yeah. I didn't actually think too much about this.
So I think it's a pretty good repair, really. Might look a little bit patchworky, but if it flies, nobody will know. There we go.
Done.
Done. Look at that. Look at that. Like a glove. Okay, so he is back together. So I'd say that's a pretty good, successful live stream, guys.
That's great.
Look at that. So we repaired two things on this live stream. We repaired the Taranis transmitter. Which one? Hang on, this one. Let's bring it up. We don't have to move the camera. I think we'll just sign off there. Yeah. Sure. Okay. We repaired this Taranis transmitter here, and there we go. Oh, there you go. So it's all repaired. We've got the new switches in. You can probably end that one here. Oh yeah. And yeah. Thanks so much for tuning in. Look at that, eh? If you want to see more,
It's almost like it was originally made that way. So that's all repaired, all soldered, and we know it works because when I was flicking the switches, purely by coincidence, those switches were actually enabled. So there you go, it's working. So an audible tone, so it was saying it was working. So that's good. And of course, this is all repaired because, well, at least repaired it to a state that we need to try again. And so the next time you see this guy, he will be effectively made in flight day.
That's the one.
Again.
a Rhea maiden flight.
Remade in flight. The remaiden.
The remaiden. So make sure you tune in for that. And yeah, so I think that was quite successful. This impromptu live stream. Keep you on your toes. Keep you watching. Yeah, it's fun. And yeah, so I'm not sure what the episode will be next week. Is there one? I'm not sure, but there will be a live stream either way.
And we'll let you know in the community post whether there is or if what we're working on. We normally give like little hints and things. But it's mainly just for us as well, because sometimes you're like, oh, what am I working on? Okay, so I think we'll sign out. We have to thank all our sponsors. Thank you, most importantly of all, for tuning in.
And thanks very much to Lewis for the super like at the very start of the stream.
Yeah, awesome stuff. Anything else we need to say?
No, it's been fun.
Thanks for all the chat messages. Thanks for joining in. Yeah, we're gonna sign out. It was pretty good.
And the dropship was at the very start. So you're welcome. Go and check that out if you haven't seen it already. And I'm Harry.
And I'm Richard, and let's sign out.
And 3, 2, 1, go! H-Hydro Racing, H-Hydro Racing, H-Hydro Racing, yeah!
See you guys. Have a great weekend.
Have a great weekend and good night from Dan. It's about 2:30 in the afternoon. Time to go and get some lunch.